have them on the sides of my face here, and then here on the other side, and then these two right here that are pretty large. And then I have them also on my back, on my sides of my shoulders right here. I felt like I had no control over my skin, because that's kind of what it's like is, you know, you can't help it if you get a keloid. Your body's going to scar. If you have keloid skin, your body is going to do what it wants to. Your skin is going to do what it wants to, and it's going to scar. I was also super devastated because when I was diagnosed, I was told that if you try to remove keloid scars, there's a 50% chance of them getting worse. I was pretty, you know, definitely devastated because I wanted so badly to be normal, and I wanted so badly at the time to look like everybody else. And I definitely stood out. I definitely came to a point, I think I was probably about 17 or 18, where I just hit rock bottom because I felt like I would never be beautiful. I felt like I didn't fit the status quo of what beauty was supposed to mean. And so I became very depressed. I ended up having some body dysmorphia. I struggled with anorexia, and I struggled with severe depression. I feel like I never came out of my room. Like I just wanted to hide. And I just felt really hopeless because, you know, I was pretty sure the whole world thought I was ugly. Every time I look on Instagram, keloids are always portrayed as something really like very kind of grotesque. And so I posted a picture being like, you know, to model them really, because I was like, I want people to see that, you know, this doesn't have to be portrayed like this, because that's not how I portray myself. I started doing hashtags of keloids and keloid awareness and stuff like that. And all of a sudden these women started coming out of nowhere, men and women, being like, oh my gosh, I have keloids too. I've never seen anybody do this before. I've never seen anyone model their keloids before. I can't believe you're doing this. People coming to me and saying, hey, I'm so encouraged by you, and I feel like I can come out of my room for the first time in a week, was huge. And so after that, that's when I wanted to keep taking more pictures. I don't want anyone to ever feel like they have to hide, because I hid for so long. I realized how much myself had put beauty in a box, and how I had even put other people in a box, and how I had put, you know, the way people are supposed to quote unquote look in this terribly tiny box. And I realized I didn't want to be in the box anymore, and I definitely didn't want anybody else to be there. And so I just started really just being like, okay, like if someone can even just be encouraged by me being at rest and at peace with myself, and at rest and at peace with the way that I look, you know, then that's reward enough for me.